Well, good morning. Macam Cabby here from Carlisle and my taxi on a gloomy December day on a Monday morning. December the 18th. Even more gloomier by that absolute hideous performance. But I wasn't surprised, to be honest with you. I'm not at all surprised. I mean, the way Sunderland is set up was simply set up to beat the big teams, the big hitters in this division, and to lose against the not so big hitters, the weaker teams at the bottom half. In our minds, we're expecting Sunderland to win, but the way we're set up, we are not capable of beating the mediocre teams. As a matter of fact, the way we're set up, I think we wouldn't even get out of League One. That's how bad we are set up against the poorer sides in this division, because it's chalk and cheese. We were immense against West Brom, immense against Leeds, professional. We're marking really well, we're passing and we're moving. We looked like we're going to do something every time we had the ball. It was good to watch. But when you go to play at Bristol City, it was like, I don't know, it's like the different players completely. We're just disjointed. Once again, there was just no way through. We made a silly mistake at the back through Pato, mucking about. But when we play against the lesser teams, it's like we're playing with a handbrake on. It's just not pretty, and it's just so frustrating. And I know you're not going to win every game in the Championship. Nobody really is, unless you're Ipswich. But you've got to at least win some of the games where you're playing the lower teams. But Sunderland just can't seem to do that. I mean, the next few games coming up, I think we've got Hull, we've got Coventry, we've got Rotherham. You can bank we'll lose to Rotherham, but we'll probably kick the backsides of Hull and Coventry City. Biggish teams. And Rotherham will probably get turned over. And it's just not good enough. We've got to stop this rot against the poor teams. We've got to sort of, I don't know whether it's the mental. Well, I know what it is. It's the way we're setting up. He's got to change the way we play. You can't go in with the same formation, bash bosh and all the other stuff, against teams that don't play pretty football, against teams that have everybody behind the ball, especially if they get a goal like a penalty or a lucky break and they go 1-0 up. They just get 30 players behind the ball, and we don't change. We don't have a plan B. We just don't have a plan B to break these teams down. And it's like, if a lower team takes the lead, they've pretty much won the game. We might as well walk off the pitch and say, right, good night, Vienna. I know. What the hell was Dodds thinking of starting Barr ahead of Joe Bellingham? I just do not understand the logic in that at all. Can somebody please tell me why on earth Barr was starting against Bellingham? Because he's running around the pitch like a wild alley cat. He just needs direction. His passes were just awful. Just awful. Like I say, I'm not having a go at the lad as person. This is purely on the pitch. And I'd love to be a fly in the wall to work out why he was picked ahead of Bellingham. I just do know. That was just bizarre. Absolutely bizarre. I just feel sorry once again for the fans travelling all the way down there to having to watch that. The Bristol City fans were saying, yeah, Sunderland fans were quiet. I was surprised because there was nothing to get excited about. Apart from when we should have had a blatant penalty at the end, and Dan Bollard was like smacking the ground with frustration, wasn't he? I don't know. It's got to change. It's if you're wanting to challenge for promotion or top 2 in the future, because top 2's gone this season. Like I say, you're not going to win every game, but at least demolish some of the poorer sides. Ipswich and all that would eat the likes of Bristol City, Rotherham and all that alive. What do we do? Lose against Plymouth, lose against Huddersfield, lose against Bristol City. They ain't good enough. And that's what's frustrating about it, because we know we should be beating them, but it never happens. I was really angry at full time against Bristol City, because it just sort of ruins all the hard work they've done, and all the Sunderland fans are feeling good after their 2 great wins, one against West Brom, one against Leeds, and then they're going to just undo it all against Bristol City, and it's like, here we go again. It didn't get me started about manager appointments and stuff. I mean, Beale, I don't know. I mean, what I'm reading on social media is like 90% stay well clear of Beale. The comments that's getting put down there about Beale, I've never seen more of a backlash about a possible manager or coach coming into Sunderland than I have with this Beale manager. Now, I know some people say, well, give him a chance, blah blah blah, but why? Why are the Sunderland fans saying that potentially about Beale? A lot of people are saying it's just a Lee Johnson 2.0. You know, but why? If we're all saying this, then why are the owners just ignoring the fans and just going to go ahead with it anyway? Of course, I hope if it is him, he does well and proves us all wrong. But it's kind of you get the same feeling like when Grayson was appointed, when Parkinson was appointed, Davy Moyes was appointed, Steve Bruce was appointed, Lee Johnson was appointed, and it's the same sort of feeling. If Beale's getting appointed, it's that I'm not excited. I mean, I wasn't even, to be honest with you, I wasn't really that excited about Tony Mowbray, but I'd rather have kept Tony Mowbray than Beale. But I don't know. I think they'd be really, really cheesing a lot of fans off if they went ahead and got Beale. And look, if he gets all the rules coming in, fantastic. But it's just everything the owners seem to be doing at the moment is like really, really annoying the fans. I mean, the ticket allocation, carry on with Newcastle. It's like it's beginning to turn into the Donald and Salmon Pan show again, isn't it? Part 2. It's like they're doing everything opposite and what the fans are wanting to do, and trying to tell them what's going on and what to do. They're doing the opposite. You know, getting rid of Mowbray, replacing him with what? And then cheesing off a load of Sunderland fans with the ticket allocations. And it's like, do they really care about us Sunderland fans? Just annoyed. And we just need to stop the rot against lower league teams in this division. It's got to change. Like I say, I said to my mate before, says, oh, we had a good 2 wins. I says, but non-Sunderland will go and chuck it away against Bristol City. And I was right. Why am I saying that? Because I know what Sunderland are like, especially this season so far. Last season it was at home. This season we seem to be awful away from home and all. But the owners know what to do. But at the moment, they're doing a cheap option all the time. Cheap, 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 cheap. They don't want to get Will still because they don't want to pay any compensation because he's still got a year and a bit left or season left at the club he's managing. Well, they already knew that, so why even go in for him? I don't know. Just gonna have to watch this space, but you just never know with our club. So I'm just still seething from the Bristol City defeat. It's just, it ain't good enough. But anyway, have a great day, folks, and happy Christmas.